Friends, I'm here with a Henry Margu synthetic wig bestseller. This is Felicia by Henry Margu in the color 12H. This is a bestseller. She has a basic cap, full voluminous curls, a little bit of permatease, and a fringe. If you want to know more, stick around. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. I'm partnering with name brand wigs on this review. They sent me Felicia so that I could share her with you as part of my bestsellers series. I'm so grateful for their partnership and the opportunity to show you wigs that women are loving, because this is one of those. Henry Margu is a high quality major name brand. This is an under $200 wig with no coupon. Henry Margu only allows a few sales a year, so if you're looking for a great price on a wig, this is that, even when it's not on sale. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. This is made with regular synthetic fibers, and these curls are bouncy and voluminous. Now, let's just talk about permatease at the very beginning, because I know a lot of you, that's a really important component in helping you make a decision about whether or not a wig is for you. This one does have some permatease up here, not as much as you would expect on a basic cap. There is a little bit up here at the crown, and otherwise I'm not feeling any permatease on the sides or anything, really just right here. That's really the only place that I feel the permatease. Where this feels voluminous though is all throughout, because this is a heavily layered piece with big barrel curls. So that's what, if you're seeing volume, that's what the volume is from, not from permatease. This does have a basic machine-made cap, no lace front, no monofilament. I really don't think she needs any of those things because of how they styled this one. Sometimes when you don't have a part, a mono part or a mono top, you can see a little bit of visible permatease on the top. Right there is where you have the most risk. But it's really well done. This is not a rooted piece, and rooting is usually what helps to hide permatease, but you don't really have to worry about that on this one. Let's take a look inside the cap. I would consider this a moderate density piece. Not heavy density, not light density, kind of in between. There's that basic cap, soft material right here, open ear tabs with a lot of hair sewn in for coverage, no extended nape, Velcro adjusters. You can see I have it adjusted in a little bit, and open wefted throughout. The hair on this piece feels really nice. It's very silky feeling. Not fake silky, but just soft, silky, like really healthy hair. And you can see, just pop her on, finger style her. I did run a wide tooth comb through this one. A lot of the time, curly wigs come with those curls really compacted, so I just ran a wide tooth comb through this one. What I recommend with a curly wig is you start out finger styling. Don't take a comb until you kind of see how it responds to finger styling. What you don't want to do is make curls really frizzy or relax them more than you would prefer. This one I felt needed the wide tooth comb for me personally, but I always start with finger combing. If you do wind up taking a wide tooth comb to your piece and you relax the curl more than you prefer, take a water bottle, a spray bottle with just water in it, spritz it, scrunch it, and you can really get those curls to form back up. Just a little tip for you. So like I said, this is more of a moderate density. It looks, and kind of when you're looking at it, it feels like a heavy density. And that's because of the layers and the curl. But I wouldn't consider this a heavy density at all. Like when you kind of smash the fibers down, you can see it doesn't have a ton of hair. One of the things I love about this style most is the styling potential. This is a piece that you can wear in a ponytail. You can wear in an updo. Hold on, I got fibers through that hoop of my earrings. But what I love with really curly pieces like this is to stick it in a low ponytail, or even you can do a twist, put a little claw clip in there, and then you can kind of play with the curls and let them spill down, or you can pin some of them up. When I first started wearing wigs, I bought pieces just like this because I just loved the way that they looked. But I felt overwhelmed by them because when you're losing your hair for a long time, any hair looks like too much hair. And so one of my favorite things to do, you keep seeing me do this. I think I have a fiber in my lip gloss. What would a wig review be if I didn't get a fiber in my lip gloss? So I would wear these up and in clips. I'd use claw clips. I mean, I would just do a lot of really fun styling. And of course, I would use a headband. Let me grab mine so I can show you. I know how hard it can be to be a new wig wearer and you just don't know what's going to work for you. So I always talk about styling your wigs. Headbands are my favorite way to reduce volume on the top of a wig. I will link my Amazon. I have like a little Amazon store with all my favorite headbands in it so that you can possibly get a couple for you just to have on hand. But excuse me, throwing a headband in like this really makes a huge difference. And then if you want to tuck to get even lower volume in the front, kind of tucking behind your ears, smoothing out, just makes such a difference. Another way that I would wear this, I would put a headband on and then I would do that little twist. Now, when you go to twist it, you're pulling the wig up, just pull it back down. And then you take a claw clip. I've got it stuck to my sweater. And then you can stick that claw clip back in. Kind of arrange those curls in the back. And then you can either pull down some of these curls or you can tuck them back, take a bobby pin and kind of tuck them out of the way. And then here is the final result. You can absolutely purchase a wig that may be too big or voluminous for you or have too much permatease if you have a few techniques for styling like this, because it will help you take the time that you need to get used to all that volume. And for all my bang wearers, this does have a template for you, but it is a pretty long fringe. Unless I have a 2.5 inch measurement from my forehead to where I would want, from my hairline to where I would want the bangs to lay, so you can kind of see. I have a video showing you how to trim up bangs with a thinning razor. You do not have to have hair cutting skills to be able to do this. It's so simple and foolproof, and with a template like this, all you have to do is shorten them up a little bit. I'll make sure that's linked in the description below. I promise you, you can do it. I have heard from so many wig sisters who have messaged me after attempting that video and they could not believe the result and that they were able to accomplish it. That's why I made that video, because I'm not a stylist. I don't have any skills. I've never been taught technique, but I needed a way to be able to make wigs my own. Through trial and error, I discovered that thinning razor, and it really is just foolproof. And let's talk about fit. Henry Margu is known for running pretty true to average. You saw that I had it cinched in a little bit. I could actually cinch it in just a little bit more, and I have a 21.25 circumference. When I had a 22-inch circumference, before I lost a lot of weight and my head shrunk along with everything else, I could wear Henry Margu very comfortably. I do think this will fit a wide range from 21 to maybe even 22.5. They have a lot of stretch, a ton of stretch. And I do get extra cap up here because I have very petite over the top of my head measurements. So that's what tells me that this is gonna fit a lot of women with varying head shapes and sizes. The ear tabs, let me get the hair out of the way. They do fall a little bit high on me. So my bio hair shows just a little bit with this one. I actually don't mind that. I kind of, I used to say I liked ear tabs when they fell lower, but that was before, when I was buzzing my hair and before I grew out my side hair, this stuff right here, so that I could blend with my wigs. So if you get a color that's even relatively close to your bio hair, it's okay if you don't get great coverage on the sides, because it really does help to make that look really realistic. And even if it's not an exact measurement or exact match, I think it blends just fine, and you can always use root touch-up powder to blend if you want to. So I just pull out my bio hair, blend it in with the rest of the wig, and then that way the sides look super natural. Tucking is also super natural. So I've given you a couple of tips in this video. Hopefully they will help you on your journey. And if you have a wig sitting in a box right now that you're not wearing, maybe you could try some of the things I've talked about and see if that makes the wig wearable for you. And one last tip. I have a video showing how I take the thinning razor, the same one that I use to cut bangs, to trim a curly piece. So for example, this one on me, it has a little bit of longer pieces over here that feel heavy to me because we all have different preferences on style. I would take that thinning razor and just trim this up a little bit to bring that up just a little bit more. I'll make sure that video is linked below as well. Curly wigs are so forgiving. If you want to do a little trimming, they really will be forgiving. You don't have to be perfect when it comes to curly wigs. So just never know what's going to help you. So I try to think of as many things that benefit me and make videos on them. All right, enough. Let's talk about color. 12H. Let's take it off because I like to show it to you while I'm talking about it and get out of the camera so it will focus on the wig. So we're looking at a kind of a light golden brown with some light gold blonde highlights. So you can see a few of those highlights back here. It's not a heavily highlighted piece, but it definitely has dimension. There's another one of those highlights. So this is definitely, it really is a great description. Light gold blonde. That's what light gold brown. That's really what I see. It's golden, it's warm, no red. I don't see any red. You can see some of those highlights on the top. It's actually fairly, I would say it's neutral, leaning warm. The gold is subtle. So it's not, for sure, no red. So if you're trying to find, you know, I hear from a lot of wig sisters who are looking for certain colors, but they don't feel that red complements their complexion. You don't have to worry about this one if that's you and you don't want red. It's just a beautiful light brown, kind of golden with those highlights. Let's get outside so you can see this color outside. Thank you, Name Brand Wigs, for allowing me to show Felicia. I appreciate all of you. Name Brand Wigs, all my wig sisters, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. All right, here we go. The really warm sunlight always makes wigs look a little bit warmer. So do keep in mind how much light matters. It matters a tremendous amount. And every color you see, indoors and outdoors, is correct because that's what happens with color. I'm sure you can see all of it. A little bit of a breeze so you can see how she moves. Just a fun, you kind of want to do this a lot with a bouncy wig like this. All right, there you go. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.